Independence is a great way for students like me to experiment their new ideas and generate some creative topics. When students work alone and direct themselves, they also learn the harmful effects of procrastination. In a group, however, everyone monitors one another and encourages each other, so no one procrastinates and waits until the last moment. I enjoy working in groups, but every so often I almost beg to work alone. I am a very social person, so when it comes to projects, I typically do not like to work independently. However, over the years, I have learned that working alone is actually very beneficial because it allows me to experiment with ideas that I would probably be reluctant of at first. Here are some examples of me displaying how I am a self-directed student. In most groups that I worked in, I was the least experienced public speaker. I would most likely be the person who operated the presentation because of my lack of communication skills. When it came time for me to present alone, I often stumbled with my words and fidgeted a lot. I wouldn't appear nervous, but deep down I could feel the audience's eyes peering down on me. I would draw out the presentation, saying words such as and like. Ever since freshman year, I have been working on improving my presentation skills. I have also been delivering more speeches and presenting more projects, giving me the experience I need in public speaking. Here are some examples of me displaying my communicative skills as a student. While independence can help a student critique themselves, working in a group can benefit them just as well. When students work collaboratively, they must also learn to be sociable and adapt to the strengths and weaknesses of their partners. I like team projects because with more minds thinking on a similar topic, I can receive more opinions and viewpoints on the subject. Creativity happens to be one of my strengths when working in a group, but I still do enjoy learning alternate ways on how to represent something. From previous group projects, I have learned so many different ways of completing a simple project. My abilities as a student have definitely improved because of the experience I gained through working with other students in a group. Now, here are some examples of photos of how I am a collaborative student. Millennium students are also known for being complex thinkers. They are able to further delve into the material and understand it on a better level. The curriculum at Millennium is very well thought out, and many of the topics and lessons are intertwined. Students often find themselves being able to take skills that were learned in one class and apply them to a lesson in another. Almost every day, I find myself using skills in chemistry that I have previously learned in math class. In my college class, I am learning a new and very complicated material, but I often find myself using comprehensive skills learned in English class to help me simplify the material. Shown here are some photos that show how I am a complex thinker. While Millennium students are well known for being excellent at their academics, they must also be responsible citizens. Being a responsible citizen is a pretty vague term. It can range from being able to juggle academics and sports, or by volunteering with a nonprofit organization. At Millennium High School, one of the graduation requirements is that a student is expected to complete about 200 hours of community service. Responsible citizens must also be able to maintain positive relationships with peers, elders, family members, and parents. Somewhere in my chock-full schedule, daily I need to find time to sit down and enjoy a pleasant night with my family or a fun night out with some of my friends. Being displayed now are some sample photos of how I am a responsible citizen.